Duke. We'll take a look at tonight's Dove Men Plus Care starting lineups. Again, Moore's been the most consistent. Banchero gets all the attention, but Keels is like a linebacker playing in the backcourt. Jeremy Roach will handle as well. They got 4 or 5 great ball handlers. When one rebounds, it's a fast break. Keels, foul line jumper, no good. And the rebound offense tipped back out from Williams, and Duke will control again.
When you can't grab the offensive rebound, tip it back. Mark Williams, excellent at that.
Ohio State will be in a man-to-man, and there's a reach-in the first foul of the game. Wheeler Branham, Justin Arns, great shooter. Liddell needs some help. Maybe it'll come from the inside presence of Key. Keels way off with a 3.
Keels has been struggling with his shot. 4 of 20 coming into this game in his last 2. Both he and Jeremy Roach have not shot the ball well, although they have played well. This is the matchup, Liddell versus Banchero.
Fade away, and that's too hard too, and you can tell everybody's a little amped up here in front of almost 20,000.
Liddell guarding Banchero on the other end. He's got to play good defense without fouling.
Williams denies Key the ability to back in. Banchero, the last time we saw him, was cramping up after an unbelievable first half against Gonzaga. With a left and a bucket.
A really good play by Wendell Moore, and you mentioned he's been Duke's most consistent player. He's the only player in the country averaging over 17, 6, and 6.
Yeah, to keep Moore off the board. 2-zip just underway, the ACC Big Ten Challenge, and so far dominated by the Big Ten.
This game really for Ohio State, Ravi, is about handling pressure. Can they handle the ball pressure, the contesting of passing lanes?
Now Banchero out top. He's got a height advantage. Liddell knocks the ball away. And now Banchero turns it over. Paul in 77 to win a championship in his last year. Liddell looks for Arns. He's their best pure shooter. He all the way in the hole. That's a hard take. A good move by Zed Key to get it rolling for Ohio State.
Zed Key starting this game. They had Joey Brunk starting last couple, but Key gives them a little bit more offense. Really good around the basket.
Into the paint and then right into the traffic.
Good gap pressure there by Jamari Wheeler. Duke has to see a lot of red bodies in this game. Can't just be one-on-one.
Lefty rolls. He had great spin on it. Jeremy Roach, the sophomore out of Leesburg, Virginia.
Jamari Wheeler's got to get his shoe on. They got to inbound at first. His shoe is kind of come off, and there's nothing the referee can do about it.
No, he's looking for some help from Courtney Green. Rob Riley and Bo Borowski are officials. Key just set a massive screen that caught Roach on the chin.
Versatile defender, so not having him in the lineup is really hurtful.
Foul line jumper, that's nothing but the bottom. Good pull up there, and it's 4-4, running ahead and turning the ball over.
You just have to get around that, and it's difficult.
Here he goes again. This time he pulls up off the window. Back-to-back buckets for the former Mr. Basketball in Ohio, who asked Jimmy Jackson if I could wear 22. The number's retired, and he was given 22.
Well, he's off to a good start. That's important for a freshman to get off to a good start in this kind of game.
Roach 3, no good. Good box out that time. Banchero couldn't come down with it. And here are the Buckeyes with a 2-point lead at the 16-minute mark.
A little high-low action.
Key getting good position and gets the roll.
He went right into the body of Mark Williams, took away his shot blocking ability, and Zed Key is a back-to-the-basket scorer with a 7'1" wingspan that is really powerful, as he's shown thus far in the game. Good start for Ohio State.
Sure is. Had a game winner against Akron opening night. Ohio State's played in a handful of really close games. That's a contested shot. And the Buckeyes have come away with it. Duke struggling from the floor early. 2 of 6.
Ohio State's defense has been good, very good gap presence, but Duke has to do a better job of getting into the paint and getting to the rim. Can't settle for jump shots in this game.
They keep feeding Zed Key backing Williams all the way under, and access denied by Williams.
That shows his shot blocking prowess. Blocked 6 shots per 40 minutes.
And they turn that block into a 3-point play by Roach.
Duke is very good in transition. They've got 4 different guys that can grab a rebound and bring it up. So you don't have to outlet it. You're that much faster in the open floor. And so far, E.J. Liddell has had challenge shots, and he's been fading away from the basket.
Theo John into the game, and that one is too strong. And Carroll, who's off 2 to start tonight's game.
Kyle Young did such a nice job defensively. He is a very good player that doesn't get the credit he deserves.
Just started in the final seconds.
Yeah, 4 of their 6 games came down to sort of 1 possession, and they lost a tough one to Florida where they turned it over 18 times against Florida's pressure, and that's going to be key in this game.
Kyle Young kick. That 3 is off, and it was off to the right from Jamari Wheeler. Borowski says off a Duke player, it'll be Ohio State basketball.
Jamari Wheeler, number 55, one of the best defenders in the Big Ten, transferred in from Penn State. And he shoots a good percentage from 3. He just doesn't take many of them. He needs to be a more consistent scorer for Ohio State, but he is an excellent defender. That's 2-time all defensive team in the Big Ten.
Yeah, when Penn State played Ohio State in football, he was seen on the large scoreboard saying beat Penn State, where he spent 4 years. He's heard about that. Great ball fake and the 3. Well, you talk about Jamari Wheeler, and he delivers.
Well, he takes open 3s. That's why he makes a good percentage. But that was a great fake and sidestep, and had plenty of time to shoot it.
Banchero and Kyle Young.
A good defense by Young. That elbow isolation is difficult to guard, but he's guarded it well.
7 on the shot clock. Penetration, fadeaway, no good. Ball on the rim, and Ohio State rips it down.
There's been a lot of dribbling, not a lot of movement for Duke. Give Ohio State's defense great credit for that.
Kick, open 3, too strong. Good hustle by Liddell.
What a play.
And keeps it alive.
What a play by E.J. Liddell. ISO'd in the post against Theo John.
And 1. It will go to the free throw line. E.J. Liddell's first 2 points tonight.
Close to 7 free throws a game. And he's got to get to the line in this one.
And you talked about it, Holly. That play started with Liddell's hustle to keep that ball alive that was going out of bounds.
Absolutely. And Jay, what you're talking about, he prides himself on being a 3-level scorer. He went to the G League Combine. It didn't have a great experience there. Didn't quite get the feedback he wanted. Knew he had to improve his jump shot, and he's done that. But you see his size and strength down low is still so powerful for him.
Well, his jump shot didn't need improving. I mean, you get that feedback. They'll always tell a guy that they don't think is going to be drafted as high as he wants to that you need to improve your perimeter game, you need to improve your perimeter defense. That's a standard thing that they're told. But he's been an excellent shooter his entire career at Ohio State and a great scorer.
Joey Baker, the senior, into the game with a nice layup inside, cuts the lead down to 4.
Liddell was an undersized 5-man when he got here. That's just a great hustle play and a great save and great presence to get it out to Jamari Wheeler. But one-on-one in the post, he's going to be a load to guard. He can face up. He can actually get out of that, just sort of back dribble and take Theo John off the dribble.
Too deep and an easy layup off the window for Trevor Keels, who goes 6'4". And 220 pounds, and that was a bad turnover, and no on the shot off the window from Keels.
Ohio State was lucky there. Nobody was there to get the inbound pass. The guards inbounded, and when there was a miscommunication, Jamari Wheeler would have been better off just taking a 5-second call.
Michi Johnson, that's a turnover, a problem, and here comes Moore. He lays it in.
And that's the problem, Ravi, with turnovers is, you can't defend a run out. Now, Ohio State in 5-on-5 has defended very well. No more important week for us than V Week, with all that ESPN does to support the V Foundation. And I think Ohio State needs to try to get a shot for Justin Arns.
Instead, it's Liddell in the paint. Strong. right over the outstretched arm of Theo John.
He combines great strength with really good skill. I mean, he has a beautiful shooting touch.
Well, he may have gotten away with an elbow there. He sort of sent that left elbow out, but John not called, and he gets the bucket.
Well, John always wants to get back to that left shoulder for a right-handed hook, and had really good minutes against Gonzaga, coming in to spell Mark Williams, who was absolutely spectacular in that game. Just a bad pass.
Yeah, it was.
Joey Baker had an arm out in the passing lane. You got to make a pass fake first.
Buckeyes have 5 turnovers early. John going to work there. Pretty play over Liddell with the right hand.
Same move. Going back to that left shoulder.
Young baseline again in the paint, and Ohio State trying to score in the paint. They've done a nice job so far with 8 of their 15 inside the paint. 14 of Duke's 17 have been in the paint.
Well, it's just a difficult shot for Kyle Young in there, having to go over the outstretched arms of Mark Williams, who's just a unique player, just a big-time shot blocker.
Banchero looking for points 1 and 2. That's too strong. He's been a little strong here to start the game. We're at the halfway mark of the first half.
See, Banchero grabs a rebound. He can bring it up himself. 4 different guys on the floor can do that.
Quite a luxury that Coach K has. Banchero got hit. Oh, and he makes the scoop shot off the window for his first 2 of the night and a highlight reel.
He shot a hard ball as a high school player, and he's gotten more arc in it. It's a much better shot now.
See it right there. And now Duke leads by 5. Banchero's got his first 3 of the night, an 84% free throw shooter. Sotos will bring it up.
1-2-2 3/4 court pressure, and then they trap across half court. You can't pick up your dribble there.
Now he finds an open man. They got numbers here and good hands, but they're going to get a foul on Roach. Reached in, looked like he may have gotten away with it, but Borowski whistled them for a foul. Branham had Key underneath, and then he threw a bad pass to him.
Yeah, they didn't run. They usually run a little screen for the screener.
There he is. You asked for the first shot. That was in and out. He was looking for a foul on the arm, and that's a Duke turnover. Good pressure by Young. Caused Roach to lose it out of bounds.
Arns doesn't miss many open shots. He's an excellent 3-point shooter. And I think Jeremy Roach thought he was going to get the foul there.
Arns nudged out of bounds by Wendell Moore, and that's Wendell's second foul with 9:18 to go.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
So how does Ohio State get their points?
Well, they need to do a better job taking care of the ball. They've been good. They haven't been bad offensively, but they've pitched it away a few times, and they need to get shots up every time down.
Key goes with the left hand, and he's been their best, most consistent offensive player.
I think that's 8 points for him, and showing a right hand and a left hand. That's why he's in the game, because he can go one-on-one in the post, and so far he's had single coverage.
By and out top is going to be a foul.
Good job walling up defensively. He also has a pet snake.
Ooh, well, you had me with all of his abilities in the house. Once we have a pet snake, we're out.
Not interested in
it.
He has a python.
Oh, really? Arns gets fouled by Banchero on a 3-point shot.
Yeah, not a smart play. Just want to put late pressure on it. And you've got a player in Justin Arns who's a great shooter that hasn't seen the ball go through the net. It's a ball python, and its name is 7.
Bald?
Ball python.
Ball python.
Okay. They don't get all that big. But I was thinking the name 7 had to come from Seinfeld, from George Costanza, but I'm not sure.
Right.
But when he goes on road trips, he has to leave a little food in there, and I'm sure it's not pleasant for the food.
How's the room? Did you get into the roommate? His feeling about the snake?
I don't think a roommate that if your roommate has a snake, I don't think you say much. You certainly don't want to have a pet mouse if your roommate has a snake.
You wouldn't have that very long, I don't think.
Duke's had great success driving and getting into the lane. Good help by Kyle Young there.
Roach now tries going to the corner. That's a tough shot, running and fading away. And it's a miss for Wendell Moore. A chance down 5 to cut it. And Arns just lost. Ooh.
Jeremy Roach got a hand on the ball. Arns did a good job. Wendell Moore has got 2 fouls. And he had an angle on him, decided to take advantage of that, see if he could pick up number 3 or get something easy as a result. But Ohio State's got to do something to free up Arns. They like to set, bring him around with a little fade screen. But he needs to get some open looks.
Jamari Wheeler just literally handed the ball away, and then either he or Young committed a frustration foul.
Emily Enxler, really good 3-point shooter, their top rebounder. He's shooting over 50% from 3.
Look at you. And you have the Louisville men tomorrow night.
Yeah, I've got Louisville and Michigan State in the Breslin Center. In the Izzone.
Coach Izzo down in the Bahamas with Jimmy Dykes. It's a good team. Gabe Brown has tremendous hops. Talk about playing with energy.
Yeah, you had Jimmy Dykes hanging out with sea lions.
And that was uncomfortable, but better than snakes. Certainly pythons. I did. I did miss the Elvis. I wish we could bring that back.
Oh, we will.
Liddell 3, good.
That was a deep ball. And that's what E.J. Liddell can do. He can take Theo John away from the bucket and create some space.
He bangs with Kyle Young. He fades away. Young keeps it alive. And into the corner, Banchero knocks it down. That's a 3-ball.
Ohio State was looking to go on the break. Justin Arns was turning the other way before they had secured the ball. All 5 guys have to stay in rebound. They didn't. It cost them a 3.
Foul out top on Trevor Keels. The 50-50 ball so far being won by Duke.
Well, if you're going to get a 50-50 ball, you got to stay around to get it.
Yeah.
And the instinct to go the other way. Now watch when this. Oh, this is E.J. Liddell, the deep 3. He's got Theo John on him. John had to give him a little bit of space so Liddell wouldn't drive it. And that space is all E.J. Liddell needs. I mean, he is an excellent 3-point shooter. He shoots over 41% from 3. Excellent offensive rebounder, and he's a terrific shot blocker. He blocks about 4 shots a game.
Michi Johnson gets the chance for the free throw and misses it. Here's a 50-50 ball. That's deflected. Well, Chris Holtman said that should have been our ball.
When Brandon had to leave the game, and Holtman took over for him. He is just an outstanding young coach.
This is Banchero, free throw line extended. He dribbled right into that shot, and he's warming up now in double figures.
Got a switch, had Zed Key on him. And I think he can go by Key, but that shows the improvement that Banchero's made in his shooting. Key was wide open.
Yeah, that's going to be a foul on Banchero. He ended up hitting Young in the face. So, of course, you start at Duke. Is there an old school feel to this team?
Well, with the way they're defending, it's new school in how athletic they are and versatile, but it's old school in that they're getting more ball pressure. They're getting out in passing lanes more. But Ohio State has 8 turnovers, and I think if you're in the Ohio State film room, they would say, hey, these turnovers weren't forced.
Yeah, pretty drive and a lay-in from Moore.
Yeah, just too big of an angle there. You're trying to take away. I think they were expecting a ball screen, but it just opened up the lane, and it was an easy straight line drive for Wendell Moore. This is a big 4 minutes, Ravi, for Ohio State. They got to cut into this lead and not let Duke increase it as they go into halftime.
Arns contested right on, halfway down and out. Young had an offensive rebound. Arns goes to the bench. He's 0 for 3. And all 3 of those were 3-point field goal attempts.
That's an offensive foul.
Yep, he lowered that shoulder.
And his 3rd.
Paulo Banchero will come out of the game with 3 minutes to go and 3 fouls. 6'4", 221.
You're going to
feel it. Three-pointer needed, and they've got a big three-point shot, Cedric Russell.
We talked about Cedric Russell, his ability to shoot the ball.
Look out. He passed it over there to Wendell Moore. He wasn't ready for it. Ohio State said he had a presence in the front court and ended up having it deflected into the back court.
You have to have both. You have to have your body and the ball over for it to be an over and back.
Keels, ball fake. Too strong.
Leave the floor for. When you're a defender, especially in a jump shot, you always want to be second to leave the floor.
Reach in on Williams. You got a crowd really looking forward to seeing as Key misses the first free throw.
Well, I don't see how Ohio State can eliminate the letter M. They can take an entire letter out of the alphabet. You can see every M on campus has an X through it. But if anything happens tonight, Ravi, I'd be happy to take you to the Edical Center.
Get any medical attention I need.
They've got a good Edison program here at Ohio State.
Ooh, not fouled and falling to the ground after he shot it was Roach.
Really, this game has come down to Ohio State to turnovers and free throws.
Yep.
Take care of the ball, make your free throws. You have a chance to win.
Liddell, 7 points. Held in check coming off a week in which he averaged 25.5. 10 on the shot clock. Another long three. That's too strong.
Good box out by Theo John on Zed Key.
Good take, and he went with that right hand. Had some spin. Wendell Moore
is so strong going to the basket. That's been a big difference in his game this year. Has been his give Ohio State a little bit of a different look.
Turn around and shot. Free throw line, no good. Young could have grabbed that. Instead, he tried to slap it out. And here comes a pretty lay-in. Boy, Jeremy Roach, it was 1-on-2, and he kept going.
And give credit to Wendell Moore for the great pass ahead and the creative finish with the left hand by Jeremy Roach. Duke is really dangerous in transition. Just a typical rebound off a missed shot. They turned it into a layup on the other end.
Liddell one more time. Tough pass, good hands from Young, and here they go again. Roach,
smart
Baker, got it.
That is a smart pass by Jeremy Roach. Didn't have it with the three that were coming down, so just took a little back dribble and gave it to Joey Baker coming down for the step-in three. That's a really smart play.
JB, this was 27-22, and Ohio State had the ball trailing by 5. It's now a 14-point lead and a last-second shot. It'll be Key. No good. Liddell, that will not count. He did not get it off in time.
I don't know what they're looking at there. There's no way that E.J. Liddell got that off in time. Interpretation that the foul was committed at .1 by rule. There are 2 free throws. The basket doesn't count, and another missed free throw by an outstanding, good free throw shooter in E.J. Liddell. The free throw line is killing Ohio State in this game.
7 points.
2 for 9.
Yep, 7 points.
Who was a quarterback in high school.
Must have been. And that was nearly deflected in by Moore. Sonic blockbuster matchup, and out of the break, first shot missed by the Buckeyes. Good pass down low, and from behind the block.
Jump ball. Moore had a great first half at 10 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and starts off the second half as well as he played in the first. He has turned into a great player.
He was the player of the week last week. Leads the ACC in assists. And you heard about his voice and the message that was sent with about 12 minutes to go. That Gonzaga game, he took over that huddle. And when your players take over, that's a huge sign, and he did. One thing I've noticed about Duke here too, anytime off of a made basket, they are down the other end shooting within about, or at least with a chance to shoot within about 5 seconds.
Well, it's because their big guys run. I mean, Mark Williams, that was a great rim run, and Zed Key was just late getting there. That puts a lot of pressure on opposing big guys to really run the floor and can wear them out.
It happens time and time again. 15-point lead inside. Pretty left-handed move by Zed Key.
With one-on-one in the post, just a little shake, and then back to that right shoulder with the left hand. He can shoot that little short hook with either hand.
Wendell Moore said he liked this matchup. Orange blocked the first one. He stuck with it. And Moore 4 to start the second half.
Well, he's going to take Arns on every opportunity. Duke has been driving the ball, and they need to see more red bodies because right now it's been one-on-one, and they're beating their man.
Liddell. That's blocked. Williams picks up another one. He's got a couple in this game off a game in which he had a half dozen. Banchero plays with 3 fouls. Lane was open and no. Goaltend. Williams went up like in slow motion. He met the basketball far above the rim on its way down.
Well, it's not all bad. I mean, you obviously give up a bucket, but you also announce that you're here.
Buckeyes need a stop. 49-36. Moore again. No. Off the front iron.
A little zoom action. A little screen into a handoff, and that was a difficult shot for Wendell Moore.
Kyle Young, he throws up a hook, and that may very well have been affected by the prior block. He got rid of that so quick, aware of the ability of Williams to block it. Banchero, no good. Young over Williams. That's better. Knocks down a 3. Pulls him within 10.
Kyle Young is an improved shooter, an excellent roller in pick and rolls, and he just plays so hard.
In the paint, Roach again, and they have owned the paint tonight.
Duke gets the ball down court so quickly. Of the teams I've seen this year, Duke and Gonzaga are the best in transition.
Something Mark Few said, it's one of the few teams that can match our speed.
And they pass ahead so well. It's not just the fact that they run with it, they pass ahead. And the ball moves faster than you can move. But Justin Arns has not seen the ball. I mean, he can't get an open shot.
Tried there, and he released it quickly, and that one finds the bottom.
Coming off a screen to the ball, ready to shoot. He needs to get going.
Lead is 9. Williams too deep, and that's going to be a foul. Liddell knew he was going to commit that.
Well, guys, Justin Arms comes by that shot pretty naturally. He said his older brother Kyle used to just drag him to workouts. He said, I didn't ever want to go, but he would drag me and my little twin brother AJ, and we used to just pray for times like this. Look at his tweet as he hugs his brother when they face Michigan State as opponents. He said,
usually the little brother wants to tag along. Little horn set up top, and then a quick post up for Banchero. Just give it to him, he's open.
Liddell with 2 fouls. Down in the air, and he blocked Banchero, and here comes Ohio State. Good defense.
His timing is absolutely exquisite. It is hard to block a shot on the ball. It's one thing to have a weak side shot block. It is tough to block him on the ball.
Yeah, Arns fading away from deep, and he comes up short. Roach, tough shot, no good. And there's a 50-50 ball deflected by Banchero off Arns. Duke with it, and a 3. Liddell, he will hold off on the foul. And Jamari Wheeler go chest to chest. Such a physical Duke team this year.
Well, they're athletic at every position.
They make you work for everything.
And they can switch 1 through 4.
They got it to E.J. Liddell. He goes hard to the hole. Double team. Fade away. Oh, we get a foul. And he missed 2 in the first half. And he misses another one. Holly?
Well, guys, one of the reasons E.J. Liddell ended up here at Ohio State is he grew up loving Ohio State football. He actually played football through the 8th grade, and he said, basketball chose me. I just decided I wasn't going to be a football player. He said, I was a chubby kid. I had a natural football body, but I just was too skilled at basketball, and he decided to focus all his efforts here. But he's got a little toughness to him. You see him sometimes in the low post. Looks a little footballish.
Sure does. So does the entire Duke team. There's a turnover. And 2 more missed free throws. Now 3 of 12. Ohio State. And too much dribbling, and the ball on the floor kicked. And the run out. Liddell with a block. Roach had it. He gets it blocked.
Ohio State with a rare run out.
3-on-1. 3-pointer from the corner is an air ball. But isn't the game today now? How many 2-on-1s have you seen where one would peel to the 3-point line and he ends up getting the ball and you're shooting a 3?
Get the crowd back into it. There's still a long way to go in this game, and they are only down 11.
Ted Key had a good first half, and now he's 1-on-1 with a shot blocker, Williams. Over him. Does not get the roll, and Williams rips it down.
Whenever there's 1-on-1 in the post, Ohio State's been standing and watching. There's not a lot of cutting or screening off the ball.
Banchero, that's too strong. Many of his shots tonight have been a little strong, a little long. Will he develop the 3-pointer? He takes a lot of the mid-range twos. Will he continue to try to develop a 3-point shot or no?
Yes. Oh, absolutely. He's got a good touch.
Yeah.
But his game has to continue to be to attack. He's so good off the dribble. I think when he eliminates some of the extra dribbles he has and just becomes more of a power player than a finesse one, he'll be even better.
Shot blocked by Roach, and here comes Ohio State. 2-on-1. Arns, 3-ball. Will get it. Well, it took a while to go down, but it does, and they're back within 6, and the crowd is back into it here. Makes some threes. That was a big one there by Arns that rattled around and went down. And it's a new ball game, 6 points.
Ohio State got it off of a turnover. And Duke, after the timeout, going with a low cross screen for the screener, get it into Williams down low.
Williams, really difficult shot. That's to the left side of the rim. And since Russell's come into the game, the team has looked a little different.
Well, they've rallied to the ball really well, and Duke can't settle for jump shots. But give Ohio State credit. They are battling.
Williams back down. Left-hander, a little too strong.
Well, it's tough to shoot over Mark Williams. But even when the ball goes in there, Ohio State still needs some action off the ball. Russell could have set a little fade screen for Arns there to bring him back to the ball and be more of a threat.
Banchero aggressive. It looked like Key will say he went straight up and didn't come down with the hands, but the foul on Zed Key will send Banchero to the line to shoot a couple.
Oxygenated fluid that will actually absorb immediately once it goes in his mouth to help him not have cramps. This is a very unusual issue, but they are all over it, and I love the sports science helping keeping their big man on the floor.
All about the science, Solly. Thank you very much. 7 pounds a game.
Yeah, he dropped 7 pounds in a game, and it's remarkable. Jeff Bytomsky, the team doctor, the analytics they have on all the players and what it takes them in recovery to get back to where they started. I mean, they have a plan for what Paolo Banchero has to drink after every practice and what he had to drink today and eat. It's pretty remarkable. There used to be a plan on what Bill Raftery drank, but it was vastly different.
Alley-oop, good pass. Banchero found Williams. Really good pass.
Just lifted up the defense, and then Williams rolls hard to the basket. And you can throw it as high as you want, and he seemingly can go get it.
Little 4-0 run, Jay, back to 10.
Joey Baker right there on the catch with Arns so that he can't catch and shoot.
Key Williams has 3 fouls and now triple teamed.
Good pass.
Russell wide open. 30.
That's just a great pass, and Liddell was strong with it. It got knocked away, but he didn't let him take it away. That's a big bucket for Ohio State. Now they need to stop. They love to isolate Banchero on this left elbow.
More on Arns. Tough shot inside the paint. Arns had it. Williams picks up his 4th foul.
Without Williams in the game, even though Theo John can block shots, I mean, he led the Big East in block shots when he was at Marquette. I think you have to really attack the rim here.
Russell does so. Not good. And Banchero clears. And he dribbled into traffic, able to keep it alive. Roach will not pull the trigger. He'll start over with 20 on the shot clock. Keels has been quiet tonight, 2 of 7, 5 points. So he throws a high hook shot off the window. Roach bats off, and this time Young comes away with it. And Ohio State pushes. Arns, not that time. Liddell came over everybody, and he may be banged up.
Went down hard. Well, he was high up there.
He was.
The horn set, that's 2 up top, 2 deep in the corner.
Baker, tough fadeaway. That's an air ball.
Yeah, that is not a good shot. And Justin Arns has to stop going for that little ball fake. It opened up the middle. And Baker's not going to go baseline on that.
Key will work.
Good cut.
On John, he's got 3. Look to get it right back. Instead, he moves off it. 10 on the shot clock. Arns, right hand, no good. Rebound, no by Key. A rare drive from Justin Arns.
Got to switch.
Banchero.
Just a tough shot. I mean, Duke is settling for some really difficult shots right now. It's 2 in a row.
5 for 22 this half. Duke, they've missed 17 of their 22 shots.
Well, they can't string buckets together. I mean, they've had opportunities, and they've turned it over again. You get a little bump. I mean, Branham just got a little bump there and lost control of the ball. It's about, I mean, it's easy to say, but it's about being strong with the ball. That wasn't a turnover that was forced. That was a turnover that was unforced.
It feels like Duke has given Ohio State so many opportunities. They try to double team Banchero. He dribbles right out of it. Hard drive, and there's a block by Key. I thought Banchero may have rolled an ankle as he rolled to the hoop. He didn't get great explosiveness on his jump, but Key is whistled for the foul. Banchero will shoot 2.
Things of the B Foundation is every penny that you give goes directly to the bottom line. It goes to cancer research. And so your money is well spent. And our good friend and colleague and legend Dick Vitale battling lymphoma right now, and always sending our best and our love to Dickie V.
Good news on the scans. And he's feeling good, a little tired, which is to be expected doing his travel, but got a chance to see him when he first returned, and you recognize again how impactful he is. In a lot of ways, college basketball. Duke's second half, they started 4 of 8 since 1 of 14, but they've only turned it over 1 time. Key got it down low, and he hesitated, but we're going to get something on John here. Now, this has been the Achilles heel for Ohio State. Free throw shooting, boy, that was long from the release.
Well, Zed Key's like a 51% free throw shooter. He's not proficient at the line, but everybody has joined in the act of missing free throws for Ohio State. If they knock these down, we're looking at a different ball game. But still, it's within reach. There is a long way to go.
59-51. And they made their free throws. They'd have the lead here. 4 of 14. They've missed 10 of them. That ball is good. 3-pointer, kind of a quieter from Keels.
Well, Keels had struggled shooting the ball. He hadn't struggled in other aspects of the game, but he was 4 of 20, only 2 of 12 from 3 in his last 2 games coming in.
Caught up in the air and able to get rid of it in time. Now with 10 on the shot clock, the baseline drive, reverse, good play, and a hard take by Malachi Branham.
Yeah, strong move. He's had a good game overall.
Moore with Key forcing him out. Banchero opts not for the 3. The drive, no good. Loose ball. It's the Buckeyes.
Ohio State can have numbers if they get a ball down the floor.
Did John just pick up his 5th foul?
He did. He got in a wrestling match underneath the Key.
So it rolled in. A little more arc that time, and it finds the bottom. Sophomore out of Bayshore, New York. A lot better that time. And the lead is 7 for Duke. Yep, that's a travel. Keels took an extra step. And a turnover by Duke.
Give credit to Jamari Wheeler. Was right there on the catch, made the catch difficult, and then recovered. He's such a good defender. Now Ohio State's starting to feel like they have a little bit of mojo, but you got to follow up a stop with a score.
Three seniors, 6 grad transfers on this Buckeye team. They are an old group. Key in the lane, no good. Battles for it, kept alive, but it's Duke. So there's a chance, down 7, and they didn't convert.
A strong take by Wendell Moore. Now that was just by Ohio State, a little cross screen by Justin Arns for Key, and then he was going to get a screen for the screener action. But Williams was there to challenge at the rim and make it difficult. He's such a presence near the rim. Even if he doesn't block it, you know, this needs to be more like hockey, where you get hockey assists, and then it'd be nice if you could count shot changes in addition to shot blocks.
8 times Ohio State has beaten a #1 team while they were unranked, the most of any school, and young.
Well, it's funny, he's changed his gait, actually. Coach K was telling me that he noticed that he was walking with his toes out, so they actually did work with their, I don't know what they call it, physiology, but they changed the way he walks and the way he runs from last year to this year. And he is much more athletic, according to Coach K, and he's actually standing taller. And the results are pretty clear. I mean, he's averaging 18 a game, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, almost a couple of steals. And it is hard to think of a game that Duke has played where he has not had an excellent floor game, and his leadership has been fantastic.
I should try that. Then the open shot would have me rather than 3 feet shorter than you, just maybe 2.5.
Anything to make you taller, I think you should do.
Would be good. Key in the paint, puts it in.
He's just getting deep position, and when you can post deep enough where you don't have to make a post move, you've done a great job. And Zed Key just did a great job against Mark Williams.
And already 1 has fouled out for Duke. Williams with 4. Another play by Moore.
He's just going to take on Justin Arns whenever he's on him. Just turns the corner. There was no weak side help. You have to load to the ball.
Now Key trying to get position again. He threw Williams out of the way, and they missed that call. 10 on the shot clock.
Good defense by Moore.
They get into Williams, and another tough shot over Williams. Said Key.
To talk about the college football playoff. They want his hair on television for ratings.
Foul. Keels will go to the line to shoot 2.
And legally he's an adult, but he is a man. That is one strong guy.
Got a tattoo on his shoulder blades, Keel mode, which he says is about being yourself, but being in attack mode at the same time. And you've seen that through the course of this season. He rattles that one home. You know, Ohio State knocking on that door, but they get about 6 or 7 down and cannot get any closer. Theo Johns fouled out. Williams, the big fella in the middle, plays with 4 fouls. Russell, mistake, but he got away with it. And the alley-oop, no! He went with one hand, did Zed Key, and he missed the entire basket.
Opportunities missed. Wendell Moore off of, or actually it's Keels and Moore going off of low block screens.
No good, Ohio State. They have numbers. And we are under 3:40 here in the game. Zed Key looked at Arns and said, nope, not yet.
Williams doing a nice job of getting around in front.
Lane was wide open, easy layup, and Key set a big screen, and Wheeler had an open lane. Now it's 5.
Well, we talked about that earlier, how they ducked into the lane to open up that driving lane.
Ohio State.
Duke with a smaller lineup. Paolo Banchero at the 5, being guarded by E.J. Liddell.
Banchero kicks to the corner. And Baker with 3 on the shot clock. 2. Keels. No good. Banchero went up, and that ball was tipped by Liddell.
Liddell has 12 rebounds in this game. He's not going to get credit for that one, but he controlled it.
Huge trip for Ohio State with 2:45 to go, and within 5.
Wendell Moore on Liddell right now. Liddell's had a really good game. Hasn't scored much. 10 points, 12 rebounds. He's got 6 assists.
Oh, Russell had a shot, then he hesitated. Then he knocked it down. A big 3 for Russell. It's a 2-point game.
Cedric Russell's shooting has been a game changer. They needed that shot in the arm.
Duke led this game by 15. Russell has 9. He's hit all 3 of his 3-point field goal attempts.
Got a switch now.
Banchero will get called for the offensive foul with 2 to go in a 2-point game.
This might be a good time to post up Liddell.
They do still. 13 on the shot clock. Russell threw it up, an air ball blocked. They get Moore, who moved in underneath, and he picks up the foul. Taking a free throw tonight.
He's a big-time scorer at Louisiana. Averaged over 16 a game. He's all Sun Belt. Averaged over 17 last year and hit 76 threes. Well, he's used to scoring.
He's been as valuable as anybody on the floor. He missed that free throw, so it's a 1-point game with 1:40 to go.
Moore's going to take on Arns here.
Kick out. Baker had it. Still 10 on the shot clock. Keels will launch. That's short. Liddell rips it away, and Ohio State's got a chance to grab the lead.
Boy, Liddell has been so good on the glass. I think that's his 13th rebound in this game.
14, which ties a career high for him.
Just got caught reaching in. That was a smart play to go into his arm.
We've been climbing a mountain ever since. We're tied at 66.
He has got such a good shooting touch. Ohio State has really battled in this second half. And a lot of teams would fold up, not Ohio State.
For the lead. Banchero, one-on-one, tough shot, halfway down. Williams working the offensive glass, ripped down by Ohio State. And
got the jump ball, Ohio State's ball. What a rebound by Cedric Russell. Wendell Moore still guarding E.J. Liddell. He's going to be down on the baseline.
Jamari Wheeler out top. Liddell, tough shot. Got it! E.J. Liddell up to 14. 14 points, 14 assists. Last 10 seconds. Duke down 3. Banchero launches. That's too long and too strong, and the Buckeyes grab the rebound. With 3 seconds to go, they've come all the way back. And that will do it. They lead at 70-66. And Duke's stay atop the polls will be short-lived.
Well, Ohio State, the free throw line was not its friend throughout the course of the game, but down the stretch, when the Buckeyes needed to make free throws, they made them.
Russell has been outstanding. 8 of 9 free throws down the stretch, and down goes number 1.